Hi, it's Mr. Santo. Alliteration is a poetic device in which you repeat consonants. Consonants are all the letters of the alphabet that aren't vowels, A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Those are vowels. Everything else is a consonant. The most obvious example of alliteration is a tongue twister, like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. See how that P sound is repeated? That's alliteration. Sports teams use alliteration a lot. Seattle Seahawks, Buffalo Bills, Tennessee Titans. That's alliteration. Our ears like that sound. But alliteration is also used less obviously, as in this song by Tupac Shakur, and I apologize I can't legally include a clip of Tupac rapping these lines. And those that possess steal from the ones without possessions. The message I stress to make it stop, study your lessons. Don't settle for less, even the genius asks questions. Be grateful for blessings, don't ever change, keep your essence. The power's in the people, in the politics we address. Always do your best, don't let the pressure make you panic. And when you get stranded and things don't go the way you planned it, dreaming of riches in a position of making a difference. Look at those lyrics. What consonants do you hear repeated? Alliteration is most noticeable at the beginnings of words, but alliteration can be in the middle or at the end as well. Here, let me highlight some letters. The power's in the people and the politics we address. Always do your best. Don't let the pressure make you panic. And when you get stranded and things don't go the way you planned it, dreaming of riches in a position of making a difference. By the way, these S's are not highlighted because they're a Z sound, not an S sound. And this one is highlighted because it's an S sound, even though it isn't actually an S. Okay, so you hear all those S's and P's? When you hear that song, you probably don't go, hey, Tupac is repeating consonants. No, it just sounds good. Your ear processes those sounds and words as sounding good together. They please your ear, and that's what makes language poetry. It's the use of poetic devices and careful word choices to supercharge the language, to make it special or heightened in some way. Poetic devices like alliteration distinguish language from everyday speech. There's a related poetic device called assonance. So now you know that alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds. Assonance is the repeated use of a vowel sound. It's even more subtle than alliteration. You really have to look and listen for it. There are only about 18 vowel sounds in American English, give or take. It depends on who you talk to. So you're going to see random repetition of vowel sounds in any piece of writing. A Wikipedia article, a grocery list. But here's some examples of intentional assonance in a truly great sonnet by Claude McKay. It was written in 1919 about why black Americans who were being hunted and lynched should turn, face the enemy, and fight back. If we must die, let it not be like hogs, hunted and penned in an inglorious spot, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs, making their mock at our accursed lot. If we must die, oh, let us nobly die, so that our precious blood may not be shed in vain. Then even the monsters we defy shall be constrained to honor us, though dead. O kinsmen, we must meet the common foe. Though far outnumbered, let us show us brave, and for their 1,000 blows deal one death blow. What though before us lies the open grave? Like men, we'll face the murderous, cowardly pack, pressed to the wall, dying, but fighting back. Isn't that powerful? I highlighted the repeated vowel sounds that I heard. Some of those are probably coincidental, but look for clusters that look deliberate, like they couldn't have all been put there by random chance. Not like hogs, spot, bark, dogs, mock, lot. Those words in the first 4 lines sound good together. Our ears like it. Some of them rhyme. That's necessary. But others half rhyme, like bark and mock, because rhymes require that the words have the same vowel sounds. Bark and mock are what are known as near rhymes. And look at the 5th line. It's kind of interesting. If we must die, oh, let us nobly die. Look closely. There's a repeated series of vowel sounds in there. I, O, O, I. That's kind of cool, kind of complicated. A parallel series of vowel sounds, but with a little variation thrown in there just to keep it interesting. It makes that important line stand out. and it doesn't sound random or accidental to me. There's a clear use of assonance in that Tupac song, too. These lines are from the same song. Extra, stressing, question, death, breath, when, rest, suppression, questions, all in the space of just 4 lines. Those repeated sounds help create the sound and rhythm of those lines. However, it is possible that some writers are not consciously using alliteration and assonance, and that their ears simply hear that the words sound good together. Probably not Tupac or McKay, both of whom seem to craft their language very consciously. But some writers' word choices may be intuitive, and that's fine. It's the scholar's job to point out what the poem's words are doing to create their magic. Let's face it, no one notices assonance when reading casually. No one. It's kind of invisible, but it affects how our minds process those sounds. So you have to listen for it intentionally. Alliteration, on the other hand, is more noticeable. It stands out. If you're writing a poem, try choosing words that are near one another that have similar sounds. It will take conscious effort. Alliteration and assonance will make your masterpiece more musical and memorable. And if you're studying a poem as opposed to writing one, read the poem out loud, sounding it out, and listen closely for clearly echoed consonants and vowels. Okay, well, have fun with alliteration and assonance.